I can't see. Hello, K4B. I'm going to take you on a little walk in a very special place. This is in my mom's backyard. Big old oak trees have been over here for hundreds of years. And out there is the inland waterway. I'm walking down towards a place that has some benches so you can look out over the waterway and see the big boats come in from either the ocean or from Savannah or Edisto, just to go by and visit. There's my dog and my husband standing down here near the benches. Hey K4B, my husband's actually holding the camera. Look, I brought my flat Stanleys along with me down to visit the marsh. Now out there, you'll see all that sort of mud. Eventually that will fill up with lots of water. And we'll go down by my parents' dock so I can show you what all the little dark clumps are. But we're enjoying South Carolina. How are you guys doing? Remember we talk about wildlife? Can you see the little birds over by the oyster beds? They're finding food out there for themselves to eat. Those are more like water birds, seabirds. They do get things from the land, but they're always around the marsh. Just saw someone come flying in. I like seafood. Do you like seafood? Well, eventually when that water all comes in and fills up, there'll be crab and shrimp and fish. There's already oysters. Sometimes the food around here is kind of a seasonal thing to whether you get oysters or crabs or shrimp. But no matter what, no matter winter, spring, summer, or fall, there's always life going on at the creek near my mom and dad's house. And it's always a beautiful place to sit and think about things, or read a book, or paint a picture. Whoops. Oh, check out the big bird there. We're beaching. We're on the beach. We're surfing, body surfing. Don't need a surfboard. Miss Paula's home, Miss Great and Mrs. Reed. We're down on the beach in Edisto, South Carolina. We're social distancing, but have fun. I'm not sure if I can catch it. See a little bit of water going back down to the creek. I'm gonna go really slowly so you can see that's where the water line goes. See, there's the water there. Yeah. Now I'm above the grassy area. But the water will fill up, and see where those oak trees are? The water will come up directly underneath there. You can go kayaking or canoeing. You could go swimming in there. Recommend wearing water shoes because there are oysters in the water and there are crabs. Kind of fun to watch what goes on here. See all those holes? There's living creatures in there. I don't see as many fiddler crabs. You can tell a fiddler crab because one of their claws is much bigger and it looks like they're fiddling. Crabs like them and birds like to eat them, but people don't eat fiddler crabs. So how is your day? My day is quite beautiful. Good morning, K4B. I'm down at my parents' house. We're going to go back and retape the story I want to read you guys. Can you hear the sounds of the crickets all around? It gets a little loud here. You can see the canoes here. My family likes to go down and go canoeing, or they use the kayak, which is the yellow one over there. And then when they want to rest, they go lay out on the hammock. This is where we have family dinners and picnics and stuff. And at night, or during certain times, we'll roast marshmallows or cook oysters or hot dogs. This is their dock where they go down to catch shrimp and fish and crabs. This is what we call a tidal creek. It's an inland waterway, and it has the same type of water as the beach, but it serves a different purpose. So you can probably see areas like this down in Virginia Beach, where the Chesapeake Bay is, or in Maryland. If you look carefully, we can see oysters underneath the big oak tree. A little bit of water in the creek. The creek, oh, look what we have here. We have all sorts of wildlife down here. Some similar to your own backyard. You see the oyster beds down there, if you like oysters. And we might be able to catch somewhere along the way. There's some fiddler crabs, but they're a little bit smaller creatures. Go a little more slowly. The tide is actually coming in. It's what we call low tide. Eventually, you'll be able to see just barely the tops of the grasses when the tide comes in. It gets about 8 to 10 feet. You can go swimming in it. You can go kayaking in it. See all those holes down there? There's probably fiddler crabs in there. So let me get to where I can read the story. We have some seabirds out here, and they're fishing. I saw one just dip down just a little bit ago to grab something out of the water, like a little fish. Just skim right over the top. Remember the big oak trees I told you people can walk across? Look how high that water is up. There isn't any oysters you can see. There's a lot of rippling water. Beautiful breeze today. I hope the weather is very nice up in Virginia, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Actually, I'm probably going to do this for a field trip on Friday. Visiting the tidal creeks in South Carolina. Earlier, I had come down to the dock to read a book to you guys, and there was hardly any water in the creek. Well, in a tidal creek, just like the waves at the beach, you have high tide and low tide. Right down here, look. See the grass? Don't see any mud or oyster shells. And it does this twice a day. See a lot of wildlife here and birds, just like this one. They come to visit. They like fish, sometimes crabs. Sometimes there's bugs out here in the grass. So hopefully this summer you'll get a chance to go crabbing or shrimping to the ocean. And we have a lot of tidal creeks in Virginia and Maryland. People have their boats tied up to their docks and spend time with their family. See down there we have a couple white birds. I think they're snowy egrets is what they call them. And a lot of Charleston pictures people like to paint. They like to paint the white birds in there. I'm going to go back around. So you might pull your raft out, or your kayak, or your canoe, or even your little motorboat. There's a bird right there. Another one. You can hear a bird behind me. It's very peaceful, very calming. And this water here can get up to 8 to 10 feet. Oh my gosh.
desert.
Come back here.
Well, that was close.